You are standing on the 34th floor of a luxury high-rise apartment, looking out through floor-to-ceiling glass as the sun sets. Suddenly, the entire city skyline blinks out. The hum of the refrigerator dies. The digital clock on the oven goes black. Your normalcy bias tells you it is just a rolling blackout. You lock your reinforced steel door, sit on your expensive couch, and tell yourself that your elevated position makes you safe from the chaos on the streets below. You are completely wrong. You are not in a fortress. You are sitting in a vertical concrete coffin. And the biological clock of your own death has just started ticking. When a catastrophic grid failure strikes a major metropolitan center, the modern high-rise building instantly transforms from a marvel of human engineering into a deadly, unlivable trap. You are entirely dependent on a delicate, invisible umbilical cord of electricity to survive in the sky. When that cord is severed, the physics of vertical isolation will crush you. The first silent killer of the high-rise is the plumbing physics of municipal water. Natural municipal water pressure can only push water up to the 4th or 5th floor of a building. Every single drop of water that reaches the 34th floor gets there because of massive, industrial, electrically powered booster pumps in the basement. The exact second the power grid collapses, those pumps die. The water column instantly collapses back down the pipes. When you turn on your kitchen sink 10 minutes after a blackout, absolutely nothing will come out. Your luxury apartment instantly becomes a desert. But the lack of drinking water is only the first half of the biological trap. The second half is the biohazard. Without electric pumps, your toilets cannot flush. Within 48 hours, an apartment building housing 500 desperate people transforms into a vertical petri dish of raw sewage. The sanitation matrix completely breaks down. The dark hallways will fill with the smell of human waste, and bacterial diseases like cholera and dysentery will begin to incubate inside the concrete walls. As the biological threat multiplies, the thermal trap closes in. Modern high-rises are not designed to breathe. They are sealed glass boxes that rely entirely on massive HVAC systems to circulate air and regulate temperature. If the grid drops in the middle of a brutal summer, that floor-to-ceiling glass acts as a magnifying lens. With no air conditioning and windows that physically cannot open, the ambient temperature inside your apartment will rapidly exceed 110 degrees, accelerating your dehydration. If it happens in winter, that same glass offers zero insulation, turning your living room into a meat locker in less than 12 hours. You cannot stay in a dead high-rise. You must execute a vertical exfiltration. But escaping a high-rise during a total collapse is a terrifying test of urban siege geometry. If you are unlucky enough to be inside the elevator when the grid dies, you are instantly entombed in a 6x6 metal box suspended in a pitch-black concrete shaft. Hollywood tells you to simply push up the ceiling hatch and climb out. This is a fatal cinematic myth. Modern elevator escape hatches are bolted from the outside. You cannot open them from the inside. If you sit in the dark and wait for the fire department during a total societal collapse, you will die of dehydration inside that metal box. You must use kinetic extraction. You must physically pry open the inner doors with your bare hands or a scavenge tool, and then manually manipulate the interlock latch on the outer shaft doors to break out. If you are in your apartment and realize you must evacuate, you are forced to face the ultimate urban nightmare, the emergency stairwell. In a dead high-rise, the emergency stairwell is not an exit. It is a fatal funnel. It is a 40-story, pitch-black, windowless concrete tube. In the dark psychology of grid-down survival, the stairwell becomes a vertical hunting ground. Desperate scavengers and organized raiding parties will quickly realize that anyone coming down the stairs is carrying a backpack full of survival resources. They will not climb 30 flights to find you. They will simply claim the landings on the 4th and 5th floors, sitting in total darkness, and wait for the prey to walk directly into their crosshairs. To survive the descent, you must completely master your acoustic signature and light discipline. A concrete stairwell is a massive acoustic amplifier. If you drop a flashlight or if your heavy tactical boots stomp on the metal stairs, that sound will echo for 20 floors. The predators waiting below will know exactly where you are, how fast you are moving, and how heavily loaded your gear is, long before they ever see you. You must abandon your heavy boots. You must wear soft-soled shoes. You must tape down every zipper and buckle on your survival bag so they do not rattle. When you step into the stairwell, you must execute the wall drag mechanic. You do not use a flashlight. Turning on a flashlight in a pitch-black stairwell makes you a glowing, perfectly illuminated target. You must descend in total darkness. You keep your back and your left hand pressed firmly against the concrete wall, sliding your feet down the edge of the steps to maintain your balance without broadcasting a visible light signature. You must also master the timing of the extraction. Do not attempt to leave the building in the first 3 hours of the blackout. The stairwells will be choked with panicked, unpredictable civilians violently trampling each other in the dark. Do not wait until day 3. By day 3, the desperation has peaked, the water is gone, and the organized raiding parties have locked down the lower choke points. Your optimal exfiltration window is the shadow hour, between hour 12 and hour 18. The initial panicked exodus has ended, but the organized predatory threat has not yet fully realized the permanence of the collapse. The building is quiet, the stairs are empty, and the predators are still sleeping. You slip out of your apartment. You enter the black stairwell. You maintain perfect acoustic silence. You ghost down 34 flights of concrete, bypassing the fatal funnels, and you vanish into the street before the city realizes it is dead. In a collapsed society, the sky offers no protection. A luxury high-rise is a ticking biological clock, a thermal trap, and a vertical coffin. Recognize the trap. Abandon the penthouse. Master the dark descent. Don't be a target.